Welcome to today's episode on Speech Power. Speech Power. I am listening. Hi there, and you're welcome to another edition of Speech Power on Teachers Radio. Yes, so first and foremost, I would like to appreciate everyone that has been supporting this program, for those that have been liking, dropping the comments, and those that have been subscribing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate what you're doing, and thank you for supporting the program Speech Power. And trust me, if you stick with us for quite some time, trust me, you'll become a very wonderful, powerful public speaker. So, we're still on the matter how to introduce yourself in a way that you remain unforgettable in the mind of your listeners, like a professional public speaker. So, today we're going to be talking about relatability. And in case you've not seen the two previous editions before this, please endeavor to watch it because it forms a foundation from which we are proceeding on this particular episode. So, today we're going to be talking about relatability. Relatability, ability to relate. So, have you ever made a statement or you've heard somebody make a statement and you hear another person say, "Oh, I can relate with that. I can connect with that." So automatically, when a person says, "I can relate with that," it means I can connect. I am in the person's position, or I feel like I'm in that person's position. I can connect to that person. And whenever there is a connection like that, that means your job as a public speaker is almost 75% done. It's almost 75% done because your listeners can connect with you. So, how can you achieve relatability when you're giving a speech or when you're introducing yourself? That is what you want to know. And before you get to know that, please endeavor to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Yes, please drop a comment. I would like to hear that from you. So, as I was saying, have you ever made a statement before and somebody says, I can relate with that. I can connect with that. Oh, I think I found myself in a similar situation before. If a person says that automatically, there is relatability. So, how do you, as a public speaker or a person that wants to introduce him or herself in a unique way, use the principle of relatability? So, how do you use relatability? Relatability is simply a process of taking people to a particular destination, taking people to a particular destination. You want to take them into a place where they are not familiar with, and maybe they are worried, they're scared. I've not been there before. How would I cope? But to use the technique of relatability, you use a place that they have been to before and say where they're going to is similar, if not better. So that means you're trying to take them into an unfamiliar territory, but you use a familiar territory to describe the unfamiliar territory. And as a result of that, you gain trust. You alleviate fear, and they tend to even have more desire to go. Now, this is something about relatability that is often used in my country, Nigeria, especially in Lagos. People tell you if you can live in Lagos, you can survive in anywhere else in the world. If you can live in Lagos, you can survive in anywhere else in the world. And as a result of that, you see that a lot of people desire to leave Nigeria, leave Lagos, and travel outside the country because they believe that they can survive there. But the question is, are there not many things that is in those places that is different from Lagos? The weather, the policies, the economic system, all these things are different. And as a result of that, when they get to those places, they tend to learn all over again that, hey, this is a different terrain from what I used to know. But because of the use of relatability, they can relate Lagos to every other part of the world. And as a result, they develop confidence, they develop trust, and they go to those places. So that is what relatability can do. So, how can you use relatability as a person introducing yourself? For example, myself, I'm a voiceover artist. And most of the time, when I introduce myself as a voiceover artist, many people ask me, what is voiceover? Who is a voiceover artist? So, one of the things I do is I use the technique of relatability. So, I tell them, have you heard voices on radio, on TV, advertising something, telling you to buy something? Very interesting, amazing voices, sometimes very dramatic. And sometimes you don't want to buy those products, but because you love to hear those voices and the drama in them and how smooth they sound, you later may start developing interest in purchasing that product. Those voices you do hear are the voices of voice over artists. And guess what? I am one of them. I am a voiceover artist that make you want to buy products, the selling voice, the voice that convinces you into purchasing products that serve you better. I am a voiceover artist. And as a result of that, people tend to now, okay, connect voiceover to the voices they hear on television, on the internet, on radio that is trying to sell or persuade them to purchase something. That is what we call relatability. So there is a connection. So they remember a situation where they were listening to the radio and they heard the voice try to render a commercial to them. So as a result of that, they start picturing you connected to radio, connected to television, connected to those voices, and some ask you, did you do so kind of a voice? Did you advertise this? Did you advertise that? Now they come to meet you later because you have become unforgettable in their mind. And that's how to introduce yourself like a professional public speaker using the principle of relatability. So, relatability is all about connecting what they know to what they do not know. So, thank you for being a part of this show. And now I'm about to kill this show. Not really kill per se, but I'm about to end this show. I know you can relate with kill, so but we are not really killing the show. We are ending the show. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day and bye for now. Don't forget, don't be a speaker in public. Always be a public speaker. And it's not about what you say, it's more about how you say it. Thank you and bye for now.